super high voice.
Oh,
so interesting.
what's up?
We have a new student who's so weird. He like takes off his dress shirt and it's a t-shirt underneath. Sexual harassment, seriously. YouTube.
Instagram.
Instagram.
The new Instagram TV.
Instagram
It's
TV?
Crystal TV. Instagram TV. You guys know?
No.
Yo. Y'all remember when Cameron Diaz was so fuckable, dude? Oh, I just got some mouth cum. Alright, Weekly Wednesday, what's up stuff? Callie and I, there's Callie right there.
Hi.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. No, we weren't aiming there. We just saw the longest fucking receipt. Okay. It came out to $200,000.
Shut up.
Or 200,000 yen. So that's like $2,000 of a.
Damn, what did they buy?
They bought everything.
What did they buy? Oh my gosh.
The weirdest things you see on the street. Ta-da! Beautiful as always. Ooh, I guess we're gonna be watching this tonight. So That's fine. Up there is fine.
I'm sure you're gonna look up the small one.
Yeah, that's fine. Go on, yeah. Pussies, dude. What the fuck? I don't even understand this shit, dude. You didn't even do shit today. Hacienda del Sol.
Tinder をやめとけって言ったのに、あれ Tinder であったんですか？
Oh, that smells Fuji. Oh, wow. That smells Fuji right there.
もちろんこのアプリもこれちょっといろんな人がいる。
That's cool. There's Tokyo Tower right there. Looking good before it gets dark. What she said. Alright, okay. There you go. Boop. That's her start button. That's her start button. Start game. Boop. Right. What the fuck was that?
っと待って。
money.
これでお釣りが来た時にちょっと待って、これよく
I
わ
just
かん
want
ない
to
んだよ
rest of
ね。
you
これ
guys
なん
while she's counting the money
これちょっと待って。
to appreciate my girl
出してたね。
wearing
だ
her
から
Jessica Jones outfit.
ジェ
Like
シカ・ジョーン
I don't think so. でもちょっと待って。
totally Jessica
あ、
Jones.
そうやってる場合じゃ
Kind of knows Jessica Jones, but
まず革ジャンね。
she's
革ジャ
not
ン。
as much as. Oh my God! We just lost our money. The outside, Daikayama Tokyo Tower. That's what it's all about. Could you imagine just living it? I think over there is Rainbow Bridge, by the way. Right here, Rainbow Bridge. The city always seems so quiet when you're high above. It must be nice to live so luxurious. But it doesn't always have to be that way. I stayed up till 5 a.m. in the morning watching the game to watch Japan lose. Fuck, dude. It was a close game, too. Japan was up by 2. That's what's crazy about it. It was 2-0 and then suddenly boom, boom, boom. Damn, man. Good game, Japan. Good game. I would have liked some more games, but damn. I was not aware phones could start doing this now. It's like Mario, baby. But why would you buy 2 phones? Red Dread Entertainment, what is up, guys? Akasan, you're watching the Weekly Wednesday What's Up. Yeah, I flipped it up on you just a little bit. It's currently 12:30 a.m. right now, and so I'm in the middle of recording or rendering some stuff for Patreon right now. That's what it seems to always be with the camera at this moment in time. But I'm with the computer this moment in time. But I don't mind it, as this actually gives me a good opportunity to go ahead and just put together the Weekly Wednesday What's Up for you, talk to you all, and let you know what I've been up to recently. It's really been I think a balance of work right now, real work, or I should say my real life work. It's really been the balance of trying to do the two, balance stuff for YouTube or Patreon, which eventually becomes YouTube, and doing real life sort of issues going on with my actual job. It's really busy right now. Summer is here, but I've been handling a lot of new students, and I appreciate that. Man, some of them, they'd be fine as hell, but it's been cool, but I've had to adjust to like newer, different types of strategies to teach, and the kind of lessons they want to learn. Some of them really just want to gossip or whatever, but they, you know, that's the thing about teaching adult students, particularly women, is they kind of come in with an idea, but they don't really know how to get there, and it's our job to help them get there. And you want to make sure you you coordinate the right particular lesson for them to enjoy. Some of them really enjoy talking about fashion or lingerie or something like that, but some of them enjoy like really book heavy type stuff. So it's up to me to really make sure they're enjoying things. This Ned actually came over recently about doing some stereo stuff. Or no, actually he had to work on the computer. So my office has gotten even messier recently because he, if anybody needs a computer case, that'd be great. But I think tomorrow I'm gonna dedicate more time. Either I'm gonna edit something that I've really been meaning to get done, or I'm going to clean my office. Because the good news is the studio is much nicer now. Since I finally had somebody here, another man, that could help me, and we weren't pressed for time or schedule for filming, the studio looks much better now. And you can see right here, we got this going, right? That's cool. I like that. We got this design up here. And then tomorrow, actually, I'll probably hang up some of my frames and things like that. We want to really try to get this decorated a lot more. I requested of DC Sun to handle that point in terms of making like a nice banner or something like that. And we can get more of the fan art in the background. The only good point right now about this is the fact that it's so easy for me to make thumbnails and I can crop it. But if I start adding other colors in there, it's so much harder for me to crop the pictures when I make thumbnails, but it's all good. I'm really happy I can finally get this a little organized more. I was using another stand. The reason I needed two people is because it's really hard to hold this while I'm unscrewing the TV. So this is a special stand that I bought. And I'm finally using my Ultra 4K Blu-ray player, which reminds me, actually Darth Wayne, Patreon person, was the one that really reminded me, is the fact that the anniversary for The Dark Knight is coming up. The whole trilogy is coming up soon, and I promised that I was going to do the Dark Knight trilogy challenge. So we got to get it. We got to get in on that. So look out for that in the next week or so. We'll be doing the damn thing. We're all pretty much damn set up. Like, I spent a good $300 or so on these headphones right here, which are RF style headphones, which is great now because I can have really good quality on earphones and we can do those full reactions without any problem now. Before, I was plugging it in through, like, not this one, actually I was using that. I was using a PlayStation headphones plus a splitter, a few splitters. It was a bitch and a half, dude. Like, that shit, the PlayStation was not built to do that for that long. So I always knew that I was gonna have to graduate to a higher quality in terms of audio so we could all be satisfied. So I'm just glad that we were able to finally get that over with, and I was able to get the answer. You can have up to 4 headphones, so maybe for Black Panther. And then on top of that, I was able to do this as well. This is actually the pocket recorder that I wanted, because one of the things about having audio is the camera. Is you're so close, like the audio feels so distant because the camera is so far away. So not really for reactions, but for other things, or things where I really want the audio to be important, I have this pocket recorder, and it has the XLR microphones outputs here, which I already have mics for. It's essentially the same idea as when we're live streaming this thing right here. No, that's my Wi-Fi, but this board right here is basically what I use for the microphone, and I have a professional mic right here, compressor mic right there. So basically the idea is, for something like this, I can start recording it in the studio over there and really get a nice, perfect sound. But more importantly, in the future, when we go to conventions, I'm going to start doing interviews and such, and it's gonna sound so much better than all the noise that a regular camera picks up. So this was about, smells new. I think it was almost $200, but it's definitely worth it if you guys are really interested in getting that professional feel. You know, like I said, guys, I don't fuck around. I don't play around like I'm not trying to chase YouTube fame, but if I put a video out, I always want to be proud of whatever video I put out, and I think that's the way anybody should really look at it. So, we're stepping up more and more. We're doing the damn thing. I'm very excited about that. YouTube, I will admit, YouTube has become kind of a, well, I mean, it always becomes a bit of a depressing place or whatever, but in terms of just the way they've been tripping on a lot of stuff, especially with copyright and what have you not, and handing out strikes. It sucks, but I'm glad that I'm still able to fall back on things like Patreon in order to survive, because man, if I didn't start that Patreon, I think I probably would have quit YouTube, or I would have been forced to quit YouTube. I guess that's a better way. That's a better way of me to saying it, is I would have really been forced to quit YouTube or reduce my time in terms of like focusing on other work or something like that. I don't know exactly what to say, how to say it, but basically, in order to pay for the studio and everything that we're doing here, that's all Patreon right now. That's all Patreon is doing right now. And if I hadn't had Patreon and I was still trying to depend upon YouTube and AdSense, man, I feel really bad or really concerned for those that are only banking on YouTube right now and that AdSense, because, or what ends up happening is a lot of people have to sell out, or they have to just start putting out videos just for the sake of putting out videos, and it becomes really noticeable that it's like, damn, they're making a lot of videos of like nothing just to get something. But I understand, I can't hate on them for that, because if I were in that same position where my livelihood depended on it, I'd be putting out video after video on YouTube of just nothing of that I don't really feel like doing. So it's cool for me to still be in that zone where I can just focus on the projects that I want to. And as I've already mentioned before, we really want to get into that rebranding issue, so people have a better awareness of what's this channel is all about. You know, particularly if I made a post on LeBron James, that's my fucking business. If I want to make a post, most people, the Red Dreaded Nation, understand that, and they chip in because it's news. It's a hot topic, and that's the way I want to talk. That's what I want to talk about on my channel. But of course, there's some people who don't like a trend, or don't like something that they're not used to, about a video that they're not used to. It was kind of funny to me, like, a lot of people were kind of surprised that I was into sports, or a World Cup, or basketball. But I was like, yo, if you look at my videos, if you've actually seen a good amount of my videos, if you actually paid attention to the weekly Wednesday What's Up, I've been talking about that for a good amount, quite some time. There's videos of me in Laker jerseys. Anyways, anything else I want to say? New York Comic Con, I'll probably be getting tickets this weekend after the Patreon money goes through, so I'll be confirming that. Then I'm probably going to try to do a meet and greet. My reward for those who are watching this video, I have spoken to a lot of YouTubers and influencers in terms of New York Comic Con, and I'm trying to do like a Aka-san and his amazing friends are like talking about the fandom, talking about how fandom has gone up and down and changed, and while not necessarily fully focusing on reactions like a panel, we definitely will be talking about how reactions have influenced fandom as well. So I'm inviting a good amount of friends on the East Coast that would be near New York or ready for New York Comic Con. And hopefully I get the approval from New York Comic Con, because I would love to do a panel like that. If not, Echo Mog and I, we've been really talking about just doing a joint meet and greet on the East Coast somewhere, if we like renting out a hotel room. So I'll let you guys know. World Cup was really disappointing for Japan, but oh well. There's not much more I can say about that other than the fact that I have really enjoyed the non-Japan World Cup games. Were actually really exciting, so I think I'm going to continue to keep watching it if I get a chance to go out with my coworker and such. Other than that, guys, it was a really good week in my private life. I had a great time, as you can probably see, with some of my coworkers, and I will do my best to try to put more up on YouTube that's not like Patreon connected or anything, or if I find something interesting to do a reaction on. But right now it's a bit of a slow season right now, but as it usually is right around this time, right before Comic-Con drops, it's a little dead, a little slow. So but I really have so much other things that I need to focus on anyways. It's probably a good thing that I use this opportunity before like the CW trailers start dropping and things like that. And damn, was there one other thing I wanted to talk about? Ant-Man and the Wasp. It comes out in Japan August 31st, I'm seeing. It's playing this Sunday on base at 6 o'clock. The problem is I don't finish until 5:40, and I'm about 20 minutes away. And so but I need to go through the security and things like that in order to see. So I'm a maybe right now. I'm not really in a big rush to see this movie. So I'm a maybe right now. If I get spoiled, I might get spoiled. But I'm a maybe right now. Especially because they're going to be showing it in 3D. And on base, I've heard it's pretty bad to watch on 3D. In 3D. Like, if you're a kid, you don't give a shit. But if as an adult, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted if I see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I'll put a review up for you, okay? In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and I will let you guys know what's up next week. Or the week after that. You know the deal. Peace, y'all.